What I love about dance is it gives us the opportunity to really speak our truth and what's happening inside of us and how we're influenced by our culture and our environment, and use movement as a means of communicating our feelings, our thoughts, what we want to say to the public, share with our audience, share with each other.
Greetings from Columbia, Maryland, where we are recording Razzle Dazzle Radio, a show brought to you by Howard Community College. I'm Carolyn Kelemen, and I'm here with my co-host, the godmother of dance, Judy Templeton. So welcome to another gala season of the arts here in Howard County. Oh, what a season we have in store for you. And I'm going to start with the 28th celebration of the arts in Howard County that will take place on Saturday, October 25th from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Horowitz Visual and Performing Arts Center at Howard Community College here in Columbia. This year's honorary chair is Christy Smith, president of the regional for Howard Hughes, and Terry Ebenhart returns as the dynamic event MC. The evening begins at 6 p.m. with a lively 2-hour reception featuring an art auction with local artists, tastings from Howard County's top culinary artists, raffle baskets filled with exciting prizes, and most important, the Rising Star competition. The candidates this year, and this is the first time they've been announced in any kind of publication, and I'm proud to be the one to do it. Rachel Cahoon, musical theater, Emily Tate Daniel, classical voice, Danielle Delgado, mariachi, Kelly Dornan, dance, Toby Ichkiowski, hope I got that right, classical voice, Robert Rachatur in vibraphone, Jalen Smith, musical theater, Lanique Webster, musical theater. 8 terrifically talented young people who are vying for that $5,000 prize. So if you want to buy tickets, $100 for the inside the theater, $50 for the outside. You can watch it on the video stream and still be able to party and have drinks and eat and whatever you like to do. It's all happening Saturday, October 25th. And the number to call for tickets is the Howard County Arts Center, 410-313-2787 or hocoarts.org/tickets. Okay, now we have more wonderful events, and 2 of my favorite people, dancers, of course, they would be my favorite people, are going to be introduced by my co-host, Judy Templeton, godmother. And here you go, Judy, take it away.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm pretty excited to be able to have Anne Marie Gover and Liz Higgins in my midst. Both of these women play a big part in my life and keep me moving, keep me dancing, and give me the ability to watch excellent performance. And so I'm going to just quickly start on how Anne Marie kind of found her way into my world and others. And that was that I was a member of the Pearl, and that's a spa here in Columbia, but it offered mostly yoga and all kinds of amazing modalities of movement, meditation, and so forth. But another friend of mine and I yearned for dance there. And so for a year, all we did was talk about, why can't we get dance? Could we find the right person? Oh my gosh, it would be so wonderful if we could just have dance here. And somehow, I don't know, the message went through the universe and connected to Anne Marie. And the next thing we know, we heard that she was coming, and I've been dancing with her ever since. And so she is quite something. She is kind of an old soul, and she brings so much more than just dance into her class. And so she's going to talk about opportunities to dance with her. But the really big one, on September 20th, Columbia is having a dance festival at the lake, and it is hopefully the first annual, and she will be performing. So, Anne Marie, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much, Judy and Carolyn. I'm so happy to be here.
So tell us, okay, so well, let's start with the dance festival and then we'll go on. So I feel like it was last March when you first said to me something about being involved. So it's been in process for a while, right?
Yeah, it's been in process for a while. It's coming to development. I'm so excited. It'll be on Saturday, September 20th, from 2 to 8:30 p.m. all day. And I know we'll have different locations of performances happening right there at the lakefront. There's the fountain there. There will be some performances at the top of the fountain. There will be some performances there at the lakefront live stage. And then also under the brown pagoda that's right across from offshore. That's where I'll be performing. I'm really looking forward to it.
So not only will you be performing, I believe that you're going to include some others. So talk about how that's going to go.
Yes, I'm looking to build an empire of dance. That's what I want. That's how I've been advertising it.
Be careful what you ask for.
I know, I'm speaking it into existence. I'm shouting from the rooftops. So I'll do 3 performances that day. I'll do an audience participatory piece, a moving meditation to Peter Gabriel's In Your Eyes. And I think that will be with live music with my sisters, Kimberly Gover and Danielle Gover, will be playing and singing live Peter Gabriel's In Your Eyes. And then we will do Fleetwood Mac's Landslide. I'll do a solo to that. My sisters will be performing live with me for that. And then the third piece is the empire that I'm building, which will be Tina Turner's The Best. And I'm looking for a group of about 12 dancers or so to join me on stage to perform choreography to Tina Turner's The Best. We'll have 3 workshops, the first 3 Fridays in September, September 5th, 12th, and 19th. From 6:30 to 8 p.m. We'll learn the choreography, we'll set the spacing, we'll get stage ready, figure out costumes, and then we'll perform live on the 20th.
Judy,
Whoa,
that's your
right.
cue.
So since she's brought this up, let's mention that Anne Marie comes from quite the family of performers and entertainers. So as you can hear, she has sisters that are musicians. And let's just give a shout out to Patrick, your brother, who has played many lead roles at Toby's. So they're really, they're quite the Von Trapp family and beyond for sure. So I think it's so wonderful how you're including, all actually integrating the other arts in there as well as your sisters. So.
Yeah, my brother Patrick, he performs at Toby's, and then my brother Vincent just joined in most recently for, I think it was Music Man, and he was in the ensemble for Little Mermaid. But both of them will be busy on that day, and I thought, let's leave it to the girls. The girls will show up and turn out for the day of dance. We'll leave the boys at Toby's doing their thing over there.
They've got plenty to do after all. Also, I love that Liz is on board here so she can promote that to any of her dancers as well, maybe to turn out. It would be wonderful if we could, get some of that going. So, all right. So let's take it now to your daily life at the Pearl. And so above and beyond even dance, Anne Marie does teach a really very unique Pilates class. And because, of course, she has the depth of knowledge about the body and how it works, it's very exceptional class. So tell us about some of the classes you do with the Pearl.
Oh yeah, so I'm all throughout the week teaching Pilates, whether it's Pilates with weights or classical Pilates. I'm also offering the dance class Mondays and Fridays at 11, and I'm also offering a heated flow Fridays at 5 p.m. But one of my most favorite classes lately, it changes all the time, is Fridays 10 a.m. somatic movement. And so it's an opportunity for folks to drop into the wisdom of their body and really allow their body to have the louder voice in the room rather than their mind. So what's coming up? What are the messages? Where can my breath reach in my body? Where can it not reach in my body? What maps do I have of my body, whether that's the chakras, the right or the left side, the injuries, the chronic pain, the stories? And what are those things that that are in my body and what maybe is my body trying to communicate to me through these maps. And it's also a myofascial release class. We pull the foam roller out, we pull the peanut and the single rad balls out to kind of zhuzh some of that stuff that kind of gets stuck on the body. We want things to move, just like our feelings, just like our thoughts, our stories even. We want these things to be able to move freely through us rather than kind of house up and attach on and wreak havoc. So it's my favorite class. I love it. Come hang. You're all invited.
Hey, is there any age restriction on it?
No way. No age restriction. All levels, all ages invited.
Judy can join you for the workshops for the performance. I'll be there just to center my body and show you what's inside the movement, right?
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
See, that's the thing about her. So I told you she was an old soul. So she really does understand the depth of how our bodies work. And again, I love that you say helping us towards the wisdom in our bodies. And that's no small task some days. So so there's plenty of opportunities to be with Anne Marie. So please check it out. The classes can be drop-in. So, you don't have to be a member of the Pearl to be with her. And we hope that we're going to be seeing her in more places for sure. So let's go now to Liz Higgins. And she just makes the magic happen in the dance department. And she knows that I'm a huge fan of hers because like Anne Marie, she is an old soul. And she definitely explores dance in such deeper ways than just straight performance. And she brings social justice themes in. She brings so many different themes in. Sometimes I'm upset I can't see it a couple times to even get to the depth of what's being said. But anyway, so let's talk about dance at HCC and the potential concert coming up, Liz. And thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me. And I love hearing about this exciting new adventure at the lake. I will definitely be there. I'm putting it on my calendar today. And Anne Marie came in as a guest artist for us in the spring and taught a master class, which was amazing. So I highly recommend you go take her class. I plan on doing it myself. And we're hoping to bring her back as a guest artist again. So, but what's happening right now at HCC is we are preparing for the semester, which will launch this Monday. So it's a busy time. Lots of meetings. I'm excited to get back in the studio and out of the meeting room, out of the chair. So, we have a lot of great classes we're offering: ballet, modern, history and culture of hip hop, introduction to dance for people who are beginners, et cetera. It goes on and on. We have an audition coming up, which I invite you all to come on Friday, September 5th from 1 to 3 p.m. And that audition is for the HCC Dance Showcase. This year, it'll be November 7th and 8th. There are 3 performances: November 7th at 7 p.m. and November 8th at 2 and 7 p.m. We have 2 shows that day. This one is happening in the RCF Studio Theater, our black box theater. A little bit smaller, more intimate space, which is always nice to see dance in that kind of format. We have a mix of both student choreographers on the program and professional guest artists and faculty works. So some of the artists who will be presenting work on this show from the professional side are my colleague Darian Smith, who's full-time faculty at Howard Community College. He's presenting a piece for 5 dancers. I have yet to see it, so I'm excited to see the video. It's in the making as we speak. Ryan Bailey is coming in, who's from the DMV area. He's doing work in a lot of different places in Europe, in New York. He's presenting a duet that he'll be dancing in himself. We have Project Karma, who've been guest artists with us on and off for years. Really talented husband and wife. Their company really blends different vocabularies. It's a mix of hip hop, West African, contemporary, often featuring social justice themes. They are such dynamic performers and beautiful people. And so they're presenting a duet, hopefully with a live musician. I think they're going to have a drummer playing. an African drummer. So I'm really excited about that. And Levi Coy, who's one of our adjunct faculty members, will also be presenting a piece kind of delving into queer identity. And they're dancing with another queer artist. And again, a new work, lots of new material coming out. So I can't really talk too much to the content because literally it's in the making right now, which is super exciting. What I love about dance is it gives us the opportunity to, as Amory was kind of saying, really speak our truth and what's happening inside of us and how we're influenced by our culture and our environment, and use movement as a means of communicating our feelings, our thoughts, what we want to say to the public, share with our audience, share with each other. I love theater, and sometimes it is devised, but often in theater, it's an interpretation of someone's work and it has existed before. But what we're really doing here at HCC is giving people an opportunity to voice their own creative impulses. That's really the focus. And the students, we have 5 student works on the program, one of which is a dance film. It's the first time we're presenting a dance video. This student did an independent study. She was really inspired by Levi's dance film last year and wanted to check out that way of producing dance and showing dance. So it's her first time doing it. Levi was her mentor for it. So I'm excited to see that as well. And then the other 4 choreographers will be presenting brand new works. When the audition happens on September 5th, they'll be finding their dancers. So hopefully we'll have a good pool of people so that they have a lot of talent to work with. No experience necessary. You don't have to prepare anything if you're coming to the audition. Just show up ready to dance. And it's really based on your availability and your schedule. So it's really a great opportunity to give these artists a chance to express themselves and practice their craft of composition in dance. So there's a lot to see, a lot going on, and it's going to be a dynamic concert. So I'm very excited to bring it together.
It always is, and you always play Can You Top This, because you top each one. So no pressure, of course. Carolyn, what did you want to say?
I just think in this political climate, I'm pleased that you are sticking to your guns in what you're presenting. It's bravo.
Thank you so much. Yes, we have to keep moving forward, no matter what.
No pun intended. No pun intended at all.
Right.
And what both of you, Liz and Anne Marie, certainly have in common is your deep love for dance and understanding of movement and how it can play a part in everybody's life. Because there were days where dance was very, very exclusive, not inclusive. And both of you have brought the inclusivity in it because, like other cultures just get up and dance when a baby's born and when people get married and celebrations. Nobody says, did you have dance lessons before you get up and groove, So, you've kind of gone back to that piece and freed it up and really want to give everybody the joy of movement. That's kind of what both of you share, amongst other things, certainly, too. And so 2 things I wanted to say after I heard you, Liz, is that, of course, I want to promote the TAP at HCC. I don't know if it's still too late to sign up for classes. Is it too late to sign up now, or do they have late enrollments?
If a class has low enrollment, we do have to, unfortunately, put it to the side for the following semester. So TAP did not get as many folks signed up as I was hoping for. So I think we're going to have to put that on the back burner until the spring. But I do hope we run it every semester. I hope all the tappers come out of the woodwork and sign up early enough that we can make it run. We have Miguel Ledesma, who actually was a former student who's gone on to get his bachelor's and master's degree and is currently full-time teaching at Coppin State University and has been adjuncting with us for 6 years. And he is ready to teach you tap and hip hop. So if you haven't signed up this semester, please think about doing it for the spring. That opens up as early as November to register. But he will be with us as the assistant director of the showcase this fall. So we still have Miguel's wonderful talent with us. So you'll get his influence when you see the show or if you come audition.
Yay. All right. Shout out to all tappers then. Okay. Let's look at it for the spring semester.
Let me shout out to Dana Martin at the her dance studio in Timonium, she has a fabulous tap teacher who actually teaches you by words, so that it's pineapple, so it's step, brush, tail. You know what I mean? And it's really fun to dance to
Rhythmically.
pineapple, cantaloupe, whatever, the syllables
that.
are. Yeah, I like it too. It follows a gyrokinesis class, which I thought Anne Marie might be interested in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love gyrokinesis.
Yeah,
See, she
good.
already knows about it anyway. Of course she
that's
does.
good. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right.
Exactly. I did that in graduate school. It was amazing. I need that.
Yeah.
Well,
Me
so
too.
Carolyn and I have a friend that we can shout out to, and that's Bonnie Schulman, who teaches that. And I'll take us back to Carolyn and I dancing together back at Wiley Saunders Dance Studio in Baltimore so long ago. We all met there together. Bonnie is a physical therapist, and she teaches that. So, we're all one. We've all connected somewhere, and we'll continue to connect. I also want to give a shout out to Levi. I have a special affinity for his work and watching him. So I'm excited to see what his work is. So, Liz, don't you have a little clip of a video that we can actually see?
We do. We have a brand new promotional video. It's very brief, but very dynamic. And I'm proud to say that a former student is the one who produced it. His name is Ricky Huff.
Okay.
He, after leaving the dance program, has gone on and done so many things. And one of the things he's done is created his own production company, Huff Productions. Wow. So, of course, I wanted to support his work. When I brought our students a couple years ago to the Kennedy Center to see a dress rehearsal of Project Karma, I look out in the audience and I see Ricky Huff filming the dress rehearsal for them. So I approached him and I asked what he's up to. And he's developed this production company and he's filming dance and other things and doing a great job. So we had him come in and shoot our concert in the spring. He did a fabulous job. So I asked if he would create a new promotional video for us, which I'd love to share with you.
Okay, well, we'll be seeing it. And thank you so much. That sounds fabulous. A picture's worth 1,000 words and all that, right? So we will get to see it. All right, so our time's going by. So this is what I want to ask both of you. Let's go back to the past. So what was your first moment, and I'll go with you, Anne Marie, that you fell in love or got attracted to dance?
Easy. My third year. So I started dancing at Backstage Dance Studio in Columbia, Maryland. And this was my third year. I started when I was 8 years old. So I was probably about 11. It was to Hit the Road, Jack. And I remember being on stage for the dress rehearsal and just something on stage, the lights were on, makeup, costumes, everything. And just something clicked in me. When you're young, the dance teachers are always telling you, smile, put the smile on. You put Vaseline on your teeth. So the lips stay
That's the one, yeah.
It was plaster the smile on. So I remember going out on stage and having my smile on, but then something just clicked. And I just thought, my face can move and can change. And it was it just felt like a full body experience, of allowing my face to show how I was feeling. It was like this, dance does that, movement does that. It felt like this beautiful moment of oneness. Here I am on stage dancing with other people. Folks are witnessing, they're enjoying what they're seeing. So am I. It was just it was my moment.
Yep. Now we're calling those really special moments glimmers, where everything just comes together. And, it's the opposite of a trigger. A trigger makes bad things come through you, and glimmers make good things come through you. So I'm going to call that your glimmer moment. I love that story. That's fantastic. What about you, Liz?
Well, it's funny because 8 must be the magic number. Whenever he said 8 years old, I'm like, that was my age. It was the first dance class I ever took. And the funny thing is I grew up in New Jersey. And then I lived in New York for 20 years, where I pursued most of my career professionally. But there was one year that my family moved down to Maryland. I was in 3rd grade and they lived in Towson for just 1 year. Must have been a little premonition for the future, because here I am in Maryland for 13 years now. And our neighbor up the street was taking their daughter to Peabody to take a modern jazz class. And my mom asked me, would you want to go? And I'm like, sure, I'll try it out. And I went, and it was like a light bulb went off. And I found a journal several years later. And when I was cleaning out my parents' house, and in that journal, I wrote, "This is what I want to do with the rest of my life." And it was
I love that.
I didn't even remember writing that, but that teacher and that experience, it was this gorgeous studio and it was live music. Here I was 8 years old and I was with live accompaniment. And the teacher, like Anne-Marie was saying, allowed us to express ourselves, used imagery. It wasn't just technique. It was really, how is this technique expressing what you're trying to convey? And that has been the thread for me in dance for my entire career. It's been about what are we trying to say with movement? How does it connect to who we are as human beings, right? Can it entertain the audience? Of course, but it can do so much more. And how can we bring those things together when we present?
Well, that explains a lot from both of you and how you express now. All right, Carolyn, let's hear your story.
Okay, yeah. It's about as opposite as all of you. I grew up in New Jersey also, near Philadelphia, and was invited to a children's television show where I was a toe tapper. That was the beginning of my dance training. And they put me on these point shoes with taps on it and doing wings, for those of you who know tap, right, and shuffleboard change or whatever. Yeah. And I did that for a couple of years, and I said, "This is what I want to do the rest of my life."
Well, that's why you've got to go to Anne-Marie's classes now, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
right.
Oh, okay, well, I'll share mine. So I grew up in Baltimore City. I was leaving my school one afternoon, and there was this beautiful tap teacher in the gym with fishnet hose on. And I was more attracted to her fishnet hose and the fact that she was so wildly pretty and exciting. And so I went home and said that I wanted to learn tap dancing. And in those days, there wasn't the same support. So they said, "Well, how are you going to afford it? How are you going to buy your tap shoes? How you this? How are you going to get there? Whatever." Anyway, I went to my grandmother. She bought me my tap shoes and I walked to the class and I've been tapping ever since. So there you go. We all found our way. So, and thank goodness we have, because there is just nothing like the energy and synergy of dance. And I think to the point that Carolyn and I speak about on the show always, it's the arts that always bring us back during the worst of times, during the best of times. Thank God we all, have found our way to have them in our lives. And thank goodness for Anne-Marie and Liz, who, again, keep them so alive for all of us. If you have not experienced a class or performance with either of them, then it's your time. So last promote, Anne-Marie, give us one more promote on the dance festival, please.
Yes. Okay. So Saturday, September 20th is the day of dance. We will be performing live around 3:40 to 4:05. Give or take is when I'll be on stage. We'll have a solo, an audience participatory piece, and then a group piece to Tina Turner's The Best. You're all invited. Come hang.
And
Judy,
it will be that. It will be the best. Anything last you want to promote, Liz?
Come dance with us at Howard Community College. All are welcome. All abilities, all ages. We have a great time. You will learn a lot and you will have fun. So please come dance with us. Come see our performances this year. We all have our dance festival coming up in February, as always, and then our dance company concert in March. But our first event will be that HCC Dance Showcase, November 7th and 8th. So I hope you can come dance with us.
Fabulous. And Carolyn, one more shot on Rising Stars before we have to go.
Get out there and support dance, because there is a dancer in the competition. You can vote for her. And you get to choose the young talent who will win $5,000 prize. That's happening Saturday, October 25th. Howard County Arts.
Well, to quote Carolyn's column that she wrote for many years in the Columbia Flyer, gotta move, gotta dance. And so let's keep that rolling. Thank you. I'm honored to have Anne Marie and Liz on our show today. And I just feel like I got to go out and dance right now. So I hope everybody else does. So join in all the fun. Until next time, it's Judy Templeton, Carolyn Kelemen on Razzle Dazzle.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed what you just heard, we have a whole universe of podcasts waiting for you. Simply search Dragon Podcasts wherever you get your podcasts. You can also explore our full lineup and discover new shows at podbean.com/Dragon Podcasts. That's podbean.com/Dragon Podcasts.